Hey drivers, this is Andrew at Third Coast RC in Houston, and bringing you another video today about the sister car to the car we posted in our last video, the Imex VRX Python. Today we're going to take a look at the Imex VRX Samurai. So this is the short course truck, 1 temp scale short course truck. It's quite a big temp scale. It's significantly bigger than like the Red Cat short course truck. Comes in 2 color schemes. It comes in this kind of cool grey and white scheme, and it also comes in this blue and white scheme. Both look nice. I like the look of both of them. It's like a classic short course truck look to it. We've got 2 little driver figures inside here. And we got a full-size usable spare on the rear. This is no faux spare. It's a real one. So it's got those true classic short course look to it, short course truck look to it. And underneath, the chassis is essentially the same as what we see on the Python that we looked at yesterday. Again, with this solid nylon tub chassis with separate plate on the front to protect you breaking the chassis if you hit. It's got a significantly bigger front bumper on it than the Python Truggy, and also a little bit bigger rear bumper. These bumpers are supported by additional supports. So let's take the body off this and we'll take a look underneath, so we can show you some more of the features of this short course truck. Drop the body clip, we'll get that in a minute. Alright, so underneath we can see, like I was saying, we've got these additional supports for the front bumper to protect the truck in case of a front impact. We've got the additional supports on the rear in case of you know, a rear impact, or you get into a flip or something and it starts bouncing, and this is going to give you good protection. The wheels and tires look nice. We've got you know, they're just glued. They're not beadlocks or anything like that. They got kind of a look of a beadlock. We've got serrated wheel washers underneath here to stop the wheel nuts coming loose. Standard size 12mm hubs, standard size short course truck, temp scale short course truck wheels. We've got the aluminum capped threaded nylon shock bodies for full suspension adjustment. We've got some options in suspension mounting positions if you want to make the truck a little bit stiffer or a little bit softer. Same in the front. We've got some alternate mount positions on the shock tower and on the suspension arm. Internally, servo system here is a nice 9 kg servo. So again, not a cheap 6 kg or a 3 kg servo. Should have plenty of power to turn these wheels. We've got our electronics tucked away in a waterproof box here. We got the standard 60 amp Hobbywing ESC, which is a good, solid, reliable ESC. We've got the on-off switch mounted here on this top deck, the aluminum top deck. We've got 11.1 volt 3300 LiPo 3S LiPo 25C to power this truck with the I believe it's just over actually 2000 kV motor on this truck, with a separate fan and a heat sink on the motor. But these trucks do not get hot when you're running them in stock configuration. Perhaps that's helped by the fan on here, but I've never seen one over 100 degrees when we've been running them. So nice, simple, easy to maintain setup. You know, if you're looking for a short course truck just to get into the hobby, maybe to go race at your local track, there are hop-ups and extra parts available for this, which we've got coming in later this week. And all spare parts are now going to be available in the US for these trucks. So that should be good on parts supply. So yeah, we got standard split drive shaft. It doesn't look like it's got a center differential. It's just four-wheel drive all the time. Inside here is metal differential gears. I believe the pinion and spur gear are metal, but I've never been under here to double check that out. We've got aluminum braces to support the suspension joining to the front transmission case, and the rear we've got aluminum braces front and rear of each differential case, and we've got an aluminum motor mount. So it's rather nice. It's simple, but sometimes all you want is simple. You just want something that's easy to work on. Throw it in the back of your truck, throw it in the back of your car. Don't keep it there when it's hot, but just take it with you and run it wherever you might be. I mean, that's what these trucks are for. You know, they're a bashing truck, but you could also, I believe, take them to the track and be quite competitive, perhaps with racing these in like a entry-level class, something like that. So let's throw the body on it and we'll take it for a spin. I'm just going to route these wires slightly differently so we don't get any hookup from the battery, kind of getting caught up on anything, just so it's not hanging out there so loose. The body, actually, if you look underneath, there's one thing, we've got a full roll cage on the bottom of this body, which is a nice touch. It's going to protect your body in the case of a rollover so that you don't damage this body shell. It's actually got two guides here that you just have to watch and line up when you're putting the body back on the car. You just got to kind of like keep your eye on exactly where it's going as you put it in there. Give it a little wiggle as you do, and on the body goes. Put the body clips on front. You've got some space in the body mounts here if you wanted to try and perhaps put a different body on here. Not so much adjustment in the rear, it just goes right on there. And once it's on there, it's really quite secure. Not going to come off in the case of a rollover. The radio is a standard Fly Sky radio. It's got this carbon fiber finish to it, which might not be to everybody's taste. It's got a flip up here, and actually this is a 4-channel radio, and I suspect the receiver, though I still haven't had a look, is certainly a 3-channel receiver. So if you want to hook lights up and run them from the radio, you should be able to do that. Might get lucky and it might be a 4-channel if you get in there, which means you can hook 2 ancillary items up. So you can just reach inside to the on-off switch, turn the truck on. This is running on 3S, like we said. Pop it on the ground. Looks good. I mean, it looks real trick. It's just like classic old school short course truck from, you know, kind of like the style that was in about 10 years ago. So it's almost got that retro look to it, which I kind of like. So this truck out of the box accelerates quick. Its top end's a little bit down. It gets up to top speed real quick. And we radar gunned it. This is doing about 40 miles an hour on the 3S battery, yeah? But there's some adjustment in the motor mount that will allow you to get this truck. You can probably pick up another 5 or 10 miles an hour by adjusting the gearing in this truck. They set it at a level where whoever buys it, if they just want to go and bash it, then they're not going to be overheating the ESC. They're not going to be overstressing the motor. It's set up just to throw on the ground and go run. In the corners, short course trucks sometimes suffer from traction roll, where they really dig in the corner and then roll over. This one's not doing that. The tyre compound's been nicely matched with the truck. You can see that it lifted the rear wheel, so it gives you a warning that it's going to flip. We tried through the short grass here, not a problem through the short grass there. Hops off the curb. Tiny little bit of chassis slap there as it came off the curb, but nothing too bad. You could probably stiffen the suspension a little bit if you wanted to stop that. Handles better than the Truggy. It handles real good. You can throw it into the corners. It's got tight turning radius with some speed, lifting the rear wheel there. The unloaded rear wheel lifting off the ground there, but not trying to do a traction roll. Down the parking lot, soon gets to top speed. Within 20 feet it's up to top speed, and then it's just going along at full RPM. So some scope for gearing this car with a bigger pinion, perhaps up to 5 tooth more than what's in here now. As always, if you do that, keep an eye on your motor temps. You don't want them going over 200 degrees. You don't really want them at 200 degrees. You probably want about 180, 190 maximum. Otherwise you risk damaging the internals of the motor and having a lockup. Brakes work real good. Comes to a stop there with a little bit of wheel hop on the rear there. That kind of looks cool. Hit the brakes there. The rears are just locking up a little bit and hopping. Threw it into that corner there, and it did not try and traction roll on me. But certainly on this concrete surface, it's running real good. Back out onto the grass there, across the dirt, up the curb. Beautiful handling, really good handling. I'm really impressed with the handling on these VRX cars. It's like, there really is no bad characteristics. They've really thought them out well. They've matched the tyres to the chassis, the simple but effective suspension. Of course you can upgrade, there are hop grips available, but aluminum shocks are available, I believe. So if you want to get rid of those nylon bodied ones, if you pop one of them caps off or you start to get a leak, you can put better shocks on there. There's a few of the hop ups available for it. So it's really solid little truck. And for the money, these are going out the door ready to run with a charger for just over $300. With a roll cage on a short course truck, that's an unheard of price. You know, there's nothing else in that price range on the market. And it just runs beautiful. So if you're looking not to break the bank, get a truck that's going to run and just keep running. You can just throw it on the ground, go have fun. Then this, you know, and you're looking for that classic short course truck look in either blue and white, or we've got the blue and white, or we got the grey shade. They both look great, and they run great. I would highly recommend them. We'll keep you updated on these, on how they go, what their longevity is like. You know, I was seeing in the press yesterday that Dodge got the best in initial quality over the first 90 days. Of course, after 90 days the stupid things start to fall apart, but hopefully these don't do the same as that. So tune in to us next time. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, Third Coast RC, to see some more new products we'll be reviewing and looking at. And we've got quite a few new things that we're going to bring into our store. So subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.